Well, this is of course where it all begins, nature. I often think of nature because it affects the taste of wine so much. Wine, grown out of the vine themselves, has two major components of flavors, where they come from. Above, the weather and climate, and below, the soil type. I can't collect climate, but I can have a little bit of soil to remind me where wine comes from. I'm a collector of vineyard soils. I started a collection about 35 years ago. Well, in my collection, I have some 60-odd different soils from around the world, from Champagne, from Jerez in Spain, from some of the most famous vineyards, Chateau Latour, Chateau Lafite, Romani Conti. I love my collection for a couple of things. It reminds me of course, my travel, time and place and people I was with. I look at them and I think, okay, this is the physical component of what soil is all about. How crumbly is it? How big is it? How smooth? How rough? Sometimes I smell, especially if it's high in iron content, there is a rusty sort of a smell to them. And you can see that by the red color, which is just like a rust on a metal bar. So yes, there are different sensory characters that are associated with my soil type. It's fascinating. It's a bit of a geeky thing to do, but you know, it's my passion. I think the most interesting soil in my collection would have to be the chalk of Champagne. Winemakers realize that they hold a constant temperature of 10 degrees, perfect for Champagne maturation. And hence, yes, since then it has been used for Champagne cellaring. And without its constant temperature of 10 degrees, Champagne would not be Champagne today. There are two main types of grape varieties in Burgundy. It's the white Chardonnay and the red Pinot Noir. So the white Chardonnay generally prefers limestone of marine origin, whereas Pinot Noir prefers the darker marl and harder soil, and sometimes even colored iron oxide driven soil. My favorite soil type here must be the pebbles and gravels of Bordeaux. They produce some of the finest wines in the world, and yet they're so humble. They're little pebbles. It sucks up the sun's heat during the day, releases it at night, and help the Cabernet to ripen much later into the evening. And of course, it also helps the vineyard drain after it has a lot of rain, so the vineyard will not become waterlogged. The world's finest wines are made from mature vines, aged between 30 to 60 years old. There's a phenomenon called old vines. Why is it the case? The older the vines, the deeper the roots, the more layers of soil it will penetrate. As the vine grows, the root will deepen, and then it will penetrate different layers of soil. And different layers of soil will offer different nutrients. And this is what's going to make the vines really healthy, ultimately producing good fruits and good wine. At some point or another, when a vine stops producing efficiently, then the vines will have to be pulled out and replaced with a new vine, and the process starts all over again. The most fabled vineyards, the most beautiful wines are crafted on impeccably paired soil and vines, making beautiful fruit that eventually gets turned into wine. I love the wine industry. It's taken me to great places around the world. I've met a lot of wonderful people, and I hope one day that I will visit a Chinese vineyard and collect some soil from there. Of all the soil types I have, I don't have anything from China yet.